What's up, what's up, what's up? We're gonna play the Bucks and the Pacers. Let's go. Pacers. Change their color.
It's the 2K Sports.
Alright, I'm back.
We have started the big countdown and the
I'm on Paul George. Let's get this game started. I'm a beer, y'all.
We're all dressed up and ready to go.
This is for y'all. Just want to not doing it.
This is Kevin Harlan. We'll see the Indiana Pacers defending home turf in the Eastern Conference. Last time they met was right here, and they came out with a win.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for it as they should have.
Now, the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Filling out the wings, it's Middleton and Antetokounmpo. Craig Monroe is out there with Parker, and it's Carter Williams in at the 1. And Jabari Parker is a rookie, drafted number 2 overall behind Andrew Wiggins. Clark, there was much debate about which of these players, which of these prospects would be better NBA players. What do you think?
Well, I think both showed they're very capable of being stars in the league. Parker got off to a great start, averaging 30 minutes a game until, unfortunately, he had the ACL injury. And Wiggins, conversely, went on to have a big-time season, winning Rookie of the Year.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Now here's Carter Williams. He's coming off a 19-point game against Oklahoma. Oklahoma City.
Yeah, and he also did a great job on the backboards, Kev, and that also was a factor. And when you compare Wiggins and Parker, really two different types of players. I mean, Wiggins has that unmatchable athleticism. Parker beats you with an incredible skill and passion. Also, tremendous maturity for such a young player.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Ellis. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Here's Parker. Here's onto Tacumbo. Ellis against Carter Williams. Excellent D there from George.
And, you know, going back to Parker versus Wiggins, guys, I mean, that debate could last a long time. Both guys have the look of perennial all-stars. It could be the number of championship rings that ultimately separates you.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And when it comes to Michael Carter Williams, guys, I feel like people either love him or they don't buy him at all. I mean, he has the size. He's a good athlete. He plays hard. But he's also had some injuries, and he's been very inconsistent at times.
Well, going back to Michael Carter Williams, he is a polarizing prospect. For example, Greg, when you played the position, he gives you a lot of assists, but he also averages over 4 turnovers a game. That was just last year.
Yeah, that's true. And he gives you plenty of rebounds and steals as well. But sometimes the shot also, Kevin, not necessarily where you'd like it to be. At times he couldn't throw a rock in the ocean. This guy just really struggled, but the talent is there. It's just going to take some time for him to mature, and the jury's really still out on him.
Well, I tell you what, that is a lot harder than it appears. You've got to get your body angled just right to shield you from the defense.
Here's Mahimi. That 3 off the mark. The Bucks trail. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Middleton drives in. To the middle. Here's Monroe. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut it off.
That's the epitome of teamwork right there, Kevin, on the alley-oop.
Well, Clark, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder.
Yeah, lightning, too.
Better. He absolutely put that on a platter for him.
Now here. There's Parker. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Ellis against Carter Williams. The 3. Again, the miss by Ellis.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
I had a chance to catch up with Jason Kidd. Though they lost the first meeting against this team this year, Coach isn't worried about what they can do on the offensive side of things, saying, we dropped the first one, but I still think we can put up a lot of points in this team and get a win. We just need to make sure the ball is moving. Not as easy as it sounds, though, always, guys.
Okay, Doris. Well, the offensive approach, a primary force in the game plan today, guys.
I'm back, y'all. What's up?
To put up a big number.
I had to go eat. That's I was on timeout. Oh, crap.
If their plans come to fruition.
I think everyone knew the Bucks would be.
You see, Paul George is giving all he got.
Jump into the middle of the playoff picture.
Them alley-oops, though.
Looking at it out there now for the
Alley-oops, though.
Jordan Hill, he's checked in for Mahimi. Lavoy Allen comes in for C.J. Miles. Chase Buttinger, he's checked in for Ellis. Rodney Stuckey subbed in for Paul George.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
For the Bucks and their improvement, usually you see incremental progress. Even after losing key players, Clark, they shot up the standings.
And part of that, Kevin, was just growing as a team, coming together, and also improving the roster. Another part was that they were better than their record showed 2 years ago. Player development is part of the improvement.
And the shot is good from Stuckey. 1:02 left to play in the first quarter. The shot by Carter Williams, nobody around. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there, going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for them.
Now, here is Hill. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Out to Stuckey. From deep. Good.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want. Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
To the right side. Hill kicks to Buddington. Outside Hill. They get it back. Vaughn, the pass to Carter Williams. 1 second left. Up again. It's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And the replay center, Alan Secaucus, delivering the footage. And guys,
He
it
beat
sure
that
looks
buzzer.
like the shot left his hands.
He beat the buzzer.
Moment too late.
Yeah, this one's pretty clear. I don't think there's much question about it. He didn't get it off in time. I'm sure the officials are going to agree with that.
Saw that. He didn't get off the time.
And they've seen enough. The basket will not count. The quarter has come to an end before the shot.
Still important to have a second look at it, Kevin. I mean, the technology's available, so you might as well use it.
And we heard from John Henson before the game, a player on the rise. He feels he still has a lot to prove. Well, it sounds like he still feels like he has something to prove, Greg, but it seems to me he's already known for being that guy.
That's a great point.
Let's
Anybody
go.
who plays against him
Let's go.
knows he looks
What's up?
plenty strong when you're banging with him. But if he needs to push and motivate himself by playing with a chip on his shoulder, well, a lot of guys have gone a long, long way in this league using that method.
And we're getting back to the action in our New Year's Eve broadcast. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second. Carter Williams is the point with Middleton at the 2. The dynamite pair of Antetokounmpo and Parker at forward, and it's Monroe in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Shot from 12. Lands soft on the front. The rim and drops. Ellis has got it all tied up now for the Pacers. The Bucks have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Monte Ellis has always had a knack for the big shot. When things are on the line, he is a guy that is not afraid to step up.
And Kevin, last season, he had a number of big second halves and fourth quarters for the Mavs. Really took over that primary scoring role from Dirk Nowitzki. Stole a lot of games from him last season.
Yeah, Monte did have a lot of big second halves for the Mavs last season. Seems like at least half a dozen games for them, he would just take over. Started to get looked at as the top go-to guy late.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
And for Monte, it makes sense to go to him late in games. He's so fast that he can create a shot anytime he wants. And very rarely does he not give you a chance to win with just one shot remaining.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Whittington's checked in, and Allen subbed in for C.J. Miles. Here's George. Flushes it down to finish the break.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much better rhythm offensively. And this lead, I think, is headed up.
Parker's shot is off.
And the shot's just... continue to say no in terms of falling.
And George kicks to Hill. Pass to Stuckey. It's back to Hill. 4 on the clock. Stolen by Middleton. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Takes the 12-footer and hits.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
A nice shot by George.
I love his shot selection.
My
He set the
goodness.
bar for the rest of the team.
Let's go.
Carter Williams dishes to Parker.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
Carter Williams. Back to Monroe. Good work defensively by Stuckey.
Looks like we won.
And for a long time now, Indiana has protected the rim.
Look at that alley-oop.
Of their defense.
Beautiful.
Why they are so strong on D every year.
Look at it. Look at it.
By having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation. Well, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Might be second quarter, but that don't mean nothing.
Start of the second, his shots now starting to fall.
And the Pacers call time here. And last year for Indiana, top 3 at protecting the rim. Opponent shot under 50% right at the hoop.
You know, that number might not sound like a lot, but being under 50% on essentially layups, that's a big deal. Protecting the rim is a huge part of winning basketball.
Hill, he's checked in for Indiana. Budinger comes in
Good
for
block, good block.
One's checked in for the Bucks. And here is Stuckey. He's got 9. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's Hill for 3. It's rebounded by O'Brien. Looking at the last game for Milwaukee, it was a loss to Oklahoma City.
And one of the factors, Kevin, that really hurt them in that game, the lack of success at the foul line. We all know how much those free throw woes can cost you.
And it gave those opposing fans a boost every time another foul shot clanged off the rim. I mean, that's an easy way to get the home crowd in your grill. That's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle. Much defense
to have that quality of a look each and every possession.
Here's Allen, kicks it to Budinger, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo. The feed to Mayo. And it's Henson atop the key. Knocked away. Fade away. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot. 24-second violation.
And here's a look at the stats for Stuckey. How his
Hold on, I'm back. I'm back.
4 rebounds and 2 assists.
I'm tired.
Solid, not spectacular, and sometimes
I'm tired, y'all. But I'm gonna keep playing for y'all.
He certainly knows his role, and he gives you some good minutes. That's really all you can expect from him at this point.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Mahinmi's checked in for Allen. C.J. Miles comes in for Rodney Stuckey. And it's Ellis in for Hill. Back to Ellis. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
To the paint. It's stolen. Right side, Mayo. There's the foul. It's on Mahinmi. Here's Vaughn. Passes it to O'Brien. Soft touch off the glass. O'Brien's got 4 points in the quarter.
I tell you what, fellas, we're seeing some really good ball movement out there.
Definitely. 10 of their last 12 points have come off assists.
Here's Miles. Cannot hit. Excellent D there for Mayo.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might well tell the story in this one.
And that should tilt things their way. No doubt they've been winning on the backboard.
Ellis on top. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Bulls in Chicago.
And what I enjoyed when watching that game was the way he balanced getting his shot and also incorporating his teammates.
No.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been... And now, the 2K Sports halftime show.
It's just second quarter?
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we... A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. They never dug too deep a hole for themselves, and that's going to do it for now as the second half is just about to...
Let's take them back.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third.
George having a fantastic game. He has 11 points, and he's been a good on-the-ball defender, too. He's got a pair of steals.
Yeah, he's just made a lot of very heads-up plays. And
J. Miles. And there's... They set the pick. He feeds it to Mahimi. Pass to Ellis. Just 5 on the clock. Again, the miss by Ellis. And guys, the Greek Freak really improved his numbers across the board last season. Giannis was up in every measurable category except 3-point percentage.
He's really improved this year.
Oh my goodness.
The 3-ball still eludes him a little bit here and there. But what I like, Kevin, is his aggressiveness. That's what's making the difference in his game right now.
Let's go.
You know, going back to Giannis, he has the physical makeup and skill set to be a triple-double guy. I mean, there's no reason that he shouldn't be able to fulfill his potential, except consistency. That's the area he's got to tighten up.
And the basket by Hill.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Carter Williams kicks to Antetokounmpo. Here's Monroe. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails into the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
And talking about Giannis, he was clearly one of the very best players in that 2013 draft. Selected number 15 overall by the Bucks. And if you looking back, to me, that's what we have to call a
We're losing. Oh goodness. We can't lose to no Wanaki Bucks. I ain't saying they sorry. I'm just saying can't lose to them.
Had some personnel issues, but you cannot deny that he knows how to get the most out of his team.
Here's Monroe, and the rejection by Mahimi. Fast break, here comes Indiana. Here's Ellis, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And with Kidd, the results on the floor, Greg, speak for themselves. He knows what he wants out of his players, Mark, and he keeps them accountable.
And, you know, having that accountability is what made the Bucks so much better last season. Kidd is still a very young head coach, but I tell you what, he's shown me a bright future in that capacity for himself.
And it's sent back by George. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. Lavoy Allen's checked in for Ian Mahimi. Here's Carter Williams. The rebound by Paul George. George has got 4 rebounds in this game. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented. For plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did.
I tell you what, the great dunk, and this is even a better game we got going on right now. Finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Some nice passing here by Indiana. It's Hill on the wing. Middleton against George, and Miles kicks to Ellis. Indiana needs to get a shot off. George, yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. George.
There is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Parker dishes to Antetokounmpo, and that one's good. Antetokounmpo's got 6.
All of the scoring in tight is coming at that end of the court.
You know, they found the holes in the defense and really doing a great job of exploiting them.
And Miles kicks to Ellis. George against Middleton. George passes to Allen. Shot is off.
Allen can't shoot.
Now the Bucks take it the other way. At the conclusion
Allen
of
can't
this
shoot
game,
it
they're off to
on
Minnesota, where they'll take on the Timberwolves.
Allen, yes.
That's game 4
He can't shoot.
of 4 out on the road for him. Carter Williams can't get it to go.
First off, look, every year there are all-star games.
Let's go.
And perhaps last year, Monte Ellis was the big one in the West. Hard to leave him off given the way he played.
It might be an overtime, y'all.
And Hill over to help. And Parker, here we go. Here's Monroe, and right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5.
Man, shut up, dude.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never
This dude getting mad over stupid
play,
stuff.
and that's what it
I'm happy over
takes to be a
stupid
great
stuff.
offensive leader.
And some changes here for the Pacers. Hill, he's checked in for Allen. Budinger comes in for Hill. Rodney Stuckey subbed in for Paul George. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Henson's checked in for Monroe. Johnny O'Bryant comes in for Parker. O.J. Mayo, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's Vaughn in for Chris Middleton. Just 4 to shoot. Near the three-point line, it's Ellis. That's short off the rim.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
That's good.
They have a choice.
4-point Bucks lead.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Ellis has got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Bucks have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. Carter Williams dishes to Henson, and that one's
He's
good.
not playing.
And the Bucks lead by 4.
What a smart pass by Carter Williams right there.
Mark, when you take a look at John Henson, you see one thing: length.
Yeah, a lot of it, too. I mean, he measured 6'9" with
Hello.
a 7'5" wingspan.
How are you
2012
doing?
NBA Combine. His standing reach is actually 3.5 inches greater than that of Anthony Davis. Wow.
Right. Indiana making some changes. Young's checked in for Stuckey, and George is subbed in for C.J. Miles. George up top. Carter Williams covering. And George kicks to Ellis. Back to George. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. Ellis has got 3 assists in the game.
And talking about Henson, obviously the great length helps him as a shot blocker. The young center is also very quick off his feet. He's averaged around 2.5 blocks a game over the past 2 seasons. He's also been contributing some as a rebounder, though really needs to add some weight to kind of take it to that next step.
Wow. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock in game. Here's Carter Williams. They retain possession. Launches a 3. That doesn't go either for Carter Williams.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Young against Mayo. Right side Hill. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Here's Carter Williams. It's stolen by Hill. No good. And we're set to start the action up here in the 4th quarter. And if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. Pacers trail by 4, and Parker, and it's Monroe in at the 5, down low. Budinger, the pass to Hill. Singers will retain possession here.
You can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
The Pacers making a switch here. Miles is checked in, and Milwaukee with a change here too. Antetokounmpo's checked in. There's the double team with Allen. The shot by Middleton, wide open.
We lost.
Basket good off the assist from Carter Williams.
You know, looking around, he knew one of his teammates was going to be open when they hit him with that double team, and he took advantage.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And guys, no doubt George Hill had it rough last season. He missed the first 28 games with that left knee injury, came back for 5, then missed another 11 games before his season got going. But you know what? he had one of his most productive years from that point on.
And getting back to George Hill, what a second half of the season he had. He tore up several key categories, Clark.
How's they making those? No, look. Just shut up.
Career highs in points, rebounds, and assists. Partly because he was finally treated and looked to as a
What is foul? You see all those hands on me?
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
It's been a difference maker for them in this game. That's what's put them in front. Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Timeout called the Pacers. And with the fourth quarter push coming up here, the coach going over the game plan and these players rehydrating themselves with Gatorade, recharging their bodies, refocusing their minds, and getting that strategy down to close out the game. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Come on.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Frank Vogel addressing his team. He told the squad, now is the time when we turn it on and leave them in the rear view mirror. It won't be easy, but guys, I know we can put them away. Let's see if they can deliver, Kevin.
George against Middleton. Lets the three fly. The shot misses.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight. And boy, how good was Chris Middleton last season? I mean, always a deep shooter who could stretch the floor. Left the weight room in the offseason and became a much stronger defender. Now, he's one of the more promising 3-and-D guys in the league.
And the Pacers call time here. And for Chris Middleton last season, he went up in points, assists, rebounds,
Hello?
down in turnovers.
Boy, what an improvement for this
What's
young
up?
man. A late bloomer. I liked him when he was at Texas.
You back?
A&M, still growing into his body, playing with great confidence, and he can spray that thing from three. Unlike his
You on Destiny?
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Jordan Hill, he's checked in for Mahimi. Lavoie.